Hey, what's up, guys? It's Navarro, Penny Stocks Club 13. It was a great start to this week, guys. The morning, it was awesome. Had some great swing trades from Thursday. We made some money. We had some huge moves on Solo and Blnk. And then I made the one of the biggest mistakes I've made, guys, and it was horrible. I'm gonna show you um, what to avoid, how to avoid it, and right now that I'm creating all this educational content, guys, I'm not happy that it happened, but it's a teachable moment, and I'm gonna try to show all those beginner traders how to avoid this situation and why it happened to me. Okay, and it shouldn't have happened. I mean, there was a way to avoid it, but then again, in retrospect, everything's always easier. But having said that, guys, let me get right to it. First winning trade of the day, Solo. Let's go to the 1 year 1 day. Solo, guys, I called it out on this day, right? And I had said, so for the break over 250 and then the break over 3. So we've been holding it for a few days now. Let me zoom in. So we called it out here again. We called it out here, sold it here, called it out here, get back some, called it out here again, and we've been holding all through this with a good amount of a good position, because the electric vehicle market has been hot, and it's still hot, guys. We'll see if it continues making the move. If this continues to set up in the following weeks, probably have a secondary move or something like that. But we'll see what happens. Here, guys, today I took some profits at 425. Oh, let me take you to the 1 day 3 minute. So in the morning, it started trickling up, and we were up, and in pre-market session, which is this little spike right here. I told everybody on the PSC 13 website and WhatsApp chat community that I had taken profits at 425, right? And then people started taking some profits off, right? I just took like about 25% of my position off. I left some running. I took some more profits off here at 460, around the 460 level or 450 level, somewhere around there, that half dollar that I talk about. And then the final take profit was here for me on my main account. Do have another smaller account where I am still holding some shares because, uh, you know, I'm gonna show you why, because of BLNK. So I thought this one might just continue moving higher with BLNK. So this was my final take profit, guys. Again, we've been holding since the $2.30 level, down somewhere down here. You can see the price over here. So the 230 level, somewhere there, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Final take profit was around 480 for. It says there 100% return, guys. It really was not 100% return because I was scaling out, but it was a good 75% return, guys, and just an amazing killer trade. I was green for the day. I am green for the day, big time. So Solo, winning trade. Now let's move on to the other winning trade from a swing trade from last week, the LNK, guys. Um, if you've watched my videos, guys, I spoke about that $3 level, right? And I called it out here. It trickled down, curled up, and I said it's gonna come back and test it as long as it does not break below that 235 level, somewhere there. The videos are there, guys. Just go back and watch them. You'll see Solo there on the title, and it sure did came back and tested that three level, and it just hasn't looked back, guys. So um, we called it out last Thursday here for the break of 550, and it broke, came back down. We're still holding, we're still holding over the weekend, a long weekend, by the way, and it was trickling around the $6 level in the morning, and then it just started trickling up. Opened at 640, around 640 or so, came back down, held that $6 level, and just kept on going, guys. And I was telling the people on PSC 13 and .com and the WhatsApp chat about where I was taking profits. I took profits here at 650. Then I told them I was gonna leave some shares for the break of 650, and I did. It came back over, and I took profits at 720. Took profits at 720. Then took some more profits right before the break of 750, and I was out. And it still trickled back up. And because this one was trickling back up, I said, you know what? I'm gonna leave those extra shares on my smaller account on SOLO. So I'm still holding SOLO, guys. I am completely out of BLNK, but BLNK is just right now is the strongest stock in the world, in my opinion, guys. I don't know. That's just a very powerful move. And again, it's related to the electric vehicle sector, and they manufacture electric stations, electric charging stations, basically gas stations for electric vehicles, right? So those were the two winning trades, guys. The third winning swing trade was LPCN. LPCN, I called it out for the break of 30. Like I spoke about, why 130? Let me take you to the 1 day, 1 year. I'm gonna zoom in here, guys. This is what's important right now. So I talked about this flag pattern, right? And I talked about the high of the flag, which was 130, right? That 130 level. So we called it out here for the break of 130. We got in at 129 or so. I mean, it doesn't matter where you got in; you were still gonna be profitable. Profitable. Um, and we got it at we got in at 129, and it made this big move, and I put it up instantly on the pse13.com and on penny stocks no, excuse me, on the WhatsApp chat. So it made this big move. It put a pre-market high of $1.50. That half dollar was just, and this is the reason that, again, that I like whole dollars and half dollars, because people see that, and that's where they want to take profits and stuff like that. So I saw this big move, and I immediately put a limit sell order of 50% of my share position at 147, guys. And it opened at 150, and it started trickling down, and it filled me right away. So I put that up. People started taking profits as well, and then I was still holding some. Then I took some more off here at the 145 level, and I posted it, and people started taking profits again. And I'm still holding like I don't know, like a 25%, the remaining 25% or 20% of my position, and it's kind of trickling back up. If it breaks over that 150 level, I mean, hopefully it can continue just with the momentum and just make a little bit of extra money. I don't have that big a position riding on it, but if it makes me an extra 40, $50, $20, I don't care. It's money I didn't have in my pocket, and hopefully it'll recover some of the losses of the mistake that I made today. And I might get to that mistake right now, guys. Um, the mistake was made on MARK, guys. All right. So those of you that watch my videos, that one of my favorite moves is when a stock makes that big push and starts curling back up, and that's what this was doing. That's what Mark was doing, and I had this 275 level set as a level that needed to be broken for a push to three and possibly continuation, right? So let me take you to the 1 day 3 minute chart, guys. Okay, and actually, let me tell you why I made the mistake. So if I go here to equities, guys, and I already fixed this, but this arrow right here under equities, the show corporate actions, it wasn't checked on. It was off. So it was a naked chart. It was blank. There was nothing here. So I didn't see anything here, and I'm thinking, okay, it's making that move that I like. So I go to the 1 day 3 minute, and I had my nephew here, and I was telling him, look, this is what's going on. It set a high of 275, right? And I was okay. And then I told him, okay, well, look, it's trading. It got below VWAP. Now it broke above it, and there's increasing volume coming in. So we're gonna take a position at 270 so that it can come break 275 and continue for a push higher for a perfect swing trade setup. And sure enough, we took a position. I called it out on the WhatsApp chat and on PSC 13. And then market closed. I started setting up the golf simulator for my daughters to start practicing. And then I see Dilo putting up a post about Mark being down after hours. And, I was sitting here next to my computer because I have the simulator the simulator's computer right next to mine. So I take a look and I look at the chart, and then I say, well, why is it going down? I mean, I don't have any news. Again, I was trading on this particular chart where it's a detached chart and there is no watch list, because this is what I was using to help my nephew out. So then I go here, and I see that this was not up, and I check the news, and it's saying that they put up earnings and that they beat some stuff, but I don't know. It still trickled down. In any case, this is the reason. And those that have been trading in the WhatsApp chat with me, I keep on telling them, do not hold through earnings. I hate trading through earnings, guys. Never do it. I don't do it, and I shouldn't have done this one. It was a mistake, and the mistake was because my settings were off. And I am upset. I am angry because it shouldn't have happened, but it did, and I have to own up to it. Okay, and I should have not traded off of this chart again. I should have done my regular chart. So it's right back here, guys. So that's where I trade, and well, that's the way it goes, guys. So again, hopefully everybody that's a beginner trader starts learning from this. Do not hold through earnings, guys. Do not hold through earnings. I made a mistake today. It shouldn't have happened. It did, and now I'm paying the price, guys. I didn't have a way to get out because on my main account I was out of day trades. So again, I'm still green for the day, but I gave some money back. Next one, guys. I'll call out today WTRH. WTRH. Okay, and this was a call out. It had good earnings. It started making a move, and there's also news that Uber might try to acquire Waiter Holdings. Let's take it to the daily, guys. So those of you that that have watched my videos, you know that I like the half dollars and the whole dollar levels and stuff like that. So if you go to this lineup here, let me um, set it a little better, guys. Right. So that's that $4, the whole dollar level, right at $4. You can see that there's some action going on here. There was resistance here, rejection, another rejection close to it, and today got rejected exactly at 4. But it had an increase in volume. It put up a doji, and you can see the momentum starting to go. Now, uh, I'm still holding a full position on this one. It might not. I'm hoping that it opens up and gaps up tomorrow and keeps on pushing up. And if not, what I'm looking for this one to do is to hold above the 375 level and kind of curl up maybe a couple of days. I don't know, and then make that push higher for. It's got room all the way up to a high of 650, guys. Now, I'm a more conservative trader, so if it hits that 5 level, which there's a lot of straddling around this level here, right? The $5 level, then I'll be taking profits at 5 and leave some, working for me. We'll see how it goes. If this trade works, I'm already in it, so we'll see how that goes. WTRH, guys, that's one of the callouts from today. I'm gonna take you to another callout, FCEL. All right, guys. On this one, again, whole dollar levels, and if you can see here, this line, and I believe we traded this one. I told you on this. I called it out on this day, and I said, you know what, it's gonna come down, or I rather prefer for it to come down, test this level, and then for an entry. So we traded on this day, on this doji, where it just did the touch and go, and it's all in the videos. You can go check it out. Then we took profits up here, right? And now it's got this big cup and handle, guys. Let me see if I can draw something for you here. And it's not gonna look perfect, but you can see the cup, and then you can see the little handle forming, right? So that's that big cup, and then you got the little handle. Okay. So we're looking for it to break over 3. It closed at 287, guys, and we're looking for it to make that move, test that 350 level, and just continue going. Fcel creates battery packs, guys, and right now with all the electric vehicles on demand, well, guess who produces batteries? Fcel, right? So Fcel, guys, just like Plug, creates the same stuff, and it's on a great pattern. on a great bullish pattern, guys. So I called it out, Fcel. Now let me go a little more into detail on this one, because I always talk about, or in the past few videos, I've spoken about the VWAP trendline crossover, and on this one, the same thing happened, but I'm going to show you the difference, guys. Okay, so it made this big push at open, right? It broke over the $3 level, made a high of day of 307, as you can see here. Then I was telling the groups, you know what? I wanted to come pull back. I'm waiting for a pullback and Fcel so that I can have an entry on it. I was looking for VWAP to be support, and look, it just broke below it, but it held that 290 level that I told them on the groups. Then it put up this candle, right? And I told them, okay, I'm in it at 292. I bought it at 292, guys, and I took a position on it. Then we're immediately green, but look at the volume, guys. It never really kicked in. Like I've spoken about in the previous videos, where you see that big increase in volume. The volume never really kicked in. It was just on a downtrend, and that's why this VWAP trendline crossover failed, right? Or at least it failed in this particular day trading opportunity. Okay, and that was the difference between this VWAP trendline crossover and the other ones that have been very successful for us in the past few days. Now it is trickling back up, like I told you guys, and we were holding. Now I want this 275 level to be supported, and it looks like it just held above that level, right? So I'm pretty confident with this one. We'll see how it goes. So that's Fcel, guys. Again, it's for the break of three. So those of you that haven't taken a position, there's still an opportunity if it presents itself tomorrow or in the coming days. You know, for take a position around the three level for a push to 350, possibly four or higher. Okay, so that's Fcel for you guys, and then let's go on to what's on watch for. Those were the callouts. Let's go for the watch list for this week, guys. OGEN. I spoke about it in the last video. Go check it out. Again, that 85 level is critical. That's where rejections have been made. And I told you that um, I like I like the big move it made. Now I'm looking for it to curl back up, and it had significant volume. The big push. It's got decreasing volume, which that's what we want to see. Now what we want to see is make it a push higher and have a little bit of volume come in for it to test that 85 level and then come up break that 52-week high. So I'm looking at that 85 level as an entry position. Now it needs to close strong, or it needs to break above and close above that for it to be a working trade. So again, this is my idea, and as long as it continues showing strength on the upside, then it'll continue to be on watch. So OGN, the other one MBY. MBY, guys, it's got this little cup handle going. I like it over the 120 level. It didn't show any big price action or anything like that, but it did close. It did make a higher low, guys. I told you that I would like to position myself either at 120 or right below it, or if it breaks and holds, somewhere there, depending on how it's trading. Now, it did put up a red candle, but the close was higher than Thursday's close, right? So it was up 3% for the day, and it's still on watch. So we'll see what happens. Again, I like it over the 120 level. That's MBY, guys. The other one is CLSK. See LSK, guys. This one was another one that I was when my nephew was here. I was telling him, okay, look, this is another pattern, the ABCD pattern. I was telling him, you know what, we would have taken a position here on his account, but his account for some reason wasn't working. We're trying to open a Robinhood account, and so I told him, you know what, the entry was at 260, and because we were explaining I was explaining all this to him, and I wasn't able to post it up or anything. It started making this move intraday, testing that 260 level, as you can see, 260, 260, and then today this would have been the entry, and you would have never looked back. It would have been green on the day. CLSK, guys. It's on watch for a possible continuation to break this high, and it's got room. It's got the 180 SMA coming up. So if you do take a position and it does work over the break of this rejection here at 320, from 320 to 360, it's about 10 to 12%, guys. Again, the entry would have been down here. So that is it for me, guys. Hope you like and subscribe. and we'll catch you on the next one.